and the Todd Family YouTube video, wherever you are, whatever you may be doing. Thank you so much for making Ref Brandon and the Todd Family part of your day. We always greatly appreciate it. If you jump on here live here on this Tuesday night, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section. Down below, make sure you give the video a like, a thumbs up, and if you have not yet subscribed, please do so and share the video on all social media platforms. I know it's only a Tuesday, but if you're on the East Coast, it's less than 2 hours before it's a Wednesday. So let's go ahead and do our weekly top 10 countdown. And this week's top 10 countdown is about college football. For the die-hard college football fans, you can never have too much college football talk. But this is ESPN's top 10 of the best returning running backs in the world of college football. Hey there, Marcus. Glad to have you here. I'm doing fantastic, as always. Now, ESPN released this April the 2nd, so it's only been out a couple of weeks. Hey there, Jacob. Glad to have you here. And most of these names you'll know, and almost everybody on this list is playing the same school he played at last year. So at least for the time being, running backs aren't like quarterbacks and they stay put. And almost every one of these guys was a phenomenal running back in the 24 season. So most of these names you'll recognize. But number 10, according to ESPN on the list of the top 10 returning running backs, Baylor running back Bryson Washington. Number 9, Jamal Haynes from Georgia Tech. Number 8, one of the slew of Texas running backs, Quintravion Wisner. If you recall, last year Texas had, I think, 5 running backs who got hurt in the spring and summer and were out for the season. So by the time the season started, they were down to their 5th or 6th running back. Number 7, Desmond Reed of Pittsburgh. And number 6, Missouri running back Ahmad Hardy. Again, 10 through 6, Bryson Washington, Jamal Haynes, Quintravion Wisner, Desmond Reed, and Ahmad Hardy. Number 5, Louisville running back Isaac Brown. Hey there, MLS. Glad to have you here, and everything is going fantastic, MLS. Thank you for asking. There's no such thing as a bad day. There are bad moments, and we let those bad moments create bad days because we don't know how to cope with them and recover from them. Hey there, Wesser. Glad to have you here tonight. Number 4 is the one guy on this list that's a transfer. He's gone from Oregon. Now he is at, well, he went from Tulane, and now he is at Oregon. I said that backwards. Tulane last year, Oregon this year, and that's Mekhi Hughes. Number 3, Katron Allen from Penn State. And number 2, the other Penn State running back who used to be Nick, but now call him Nicholas Singleton. And I swear it seems like Katron Allen and Nicholas Singleton have both been at Penn State since the 80s. And the best returning running back in America, according to ESPN in 2025, Notre Dame running back Jeremiah Love. Any thoughts on any of this? Please feel free to let me know. It was either last week or 2 weeks ago I did top 10 returning quarterbacks, so I figured why not go ahead and do top 10 running backs, because now that we're, in the last full week of April, most teams have already played their spring game. So this really ain't going to change between now and August. now that everyone's played their spring game, unless one of these players gets hurt sometime between now and the season, then obviously, you can't be returning running back if you're on the injured list. But as long as all these guys stay healthy, now that we've pretty much finished up spring football season, this will be your top 10 running backs for the 25 season. Marcus, what I normally do, since the NFL draft just takes way too long, and most people really truly don't care after about the first 2 or 3 rounds, because normally all the big time college players anybody's heard of normally go in the first 2, maybe 3 rounds. So what I normally do is I'll do a video where I'll recap the first round draft picks, and then I'll do a video where I'll recap the second round draft picks, and then after that I'll throw in some notable names that most people would recognize. Either they're from a big time college or they had a great season, so you've seen some highlights of them. For the most part, after the first 2 or 3 rounds, nobody cares. So I usually recap the first round, recap the second round, and then I'll throw in a few notable names. And that is my plan right now, again, as of this year. But just coming on here and talking about 7 rounds of draft picks would take way too long. And unless you're a diehard football fan, you don't give a darn who goes in the 5th round anyway, unless it's your brother or your uncle or he comes from a college that you follow. But generally, you don't care. All anybody really cares about is the first 2 rounds, because that's usually when the best players from the best teams go. Usually, if you're still on the board after the 3rd round, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to be in the league more than 3 years, and you probably came from a smaller college that most people have never heard of. But any thoughts on any of this, please feel free to let me know, and thank you for asking, Marcus. That's normally what I do come NFL draft season. But let's go ahead and get our dad joke of the day in here. I lived in a houseboat and dated the girl next door. It didn't work out, sadly. We drifted apart. And that does it for today's Ref Brandon and the Todd Family YouTube video. Until next time, it's Ref Brandon saying, just like in pro wrestling, life can be over by the count of 3. Tell your friends and family how much you love them. No, Jacob, I have a high school baseball coming up Friday night, so that's where I will be. Until next time.